What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be doing an unboxing of the Masterverse Revelation Sorceress. It is from the Netflix original series. As we take a look at a box here, you can see her inside. She's kind of got her staff, couple extra hands here. It says we got 30 points of articulation. As we spin around to the side, we've got her kind of mugshot type profile picture here. Pretty good picture, really good artwork. Spin around to the box, even better. It just keeps getting better, right, guys? The Sorceress here, looking good, like she's coming straight from the Netflix series. In the cross cell, we've got the Sorceress, Many Faces, Shadow Weaver, and Pighead, also available in the line. I believe we have reviews up for everyone except these two, and they should be coming hopefully next week. I'll put a little picture up of her blurb just so you can read that yourself if you want to. It says, Sorceress, heroic guardian of Castle Grayskull. With the magic of Eternia waning, Sorceress's powers fade. She holds on to the last remaining ember of magic with what's left of her might and reaches out for help from an unlikely ally, Evil Lyn. Though Sorceress remains at Castle Grayskull, powerless and vulnerable, her faith in her allies is stronger than ever. She knows that soon magic will return to Eternia, and with it, her strength. So that's a pretty cool little bio, and it directly goes with the Netflix show, so if you haven't seen that bio, again, probably not going to make a whole lot of sense to you. I recommend watching it. It's definitely worth it. It expands on a lot of the characters' backstories. We've got Sorceress, heroic guardian of Castle Grayskull. So just depending if you want to display your figures in the box, you can either do the name out, you can do the big window front, or you can do the side art. It just depends how you want to display. I've been displaying my boxes with this side art just because I have so many of these figures now that it's just saves space to save them like this. But let's go ahead and get the Sorceress pulled out of the box and take a closer look. Alright, as you can see here, it doesn't look like she comes with very much stuff at all. Just her staff and then a couple extra hands. She does appear to have a soft goods cape. Let's go ahead and pop the hands out first. Like maybe some spell casting hands. Her thumb is stuck down in there. Be careful when you get these out. You don't want to break the pegs. Do we got tape on the cape? Yes, we got tape on the cape. I'm with Kyle Peterson, and I hate the tape on the cape. I wish they could just leave that out. Ugh, there we go. Today we're band breakers. Forgot to bring the scissors down here. So today we're just band breaking. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. Oh, more tape on the cape. Jeez, why? I feel like it's not necessary. All right, it looks like we've got some little slots here where this is going to feed up over her arm. Got a little bit of fraying there. We'll just have to cut that off. Just a small bit of quality control, I guess. But let's get this cape put on her before we take a look at her. Oh, problem with fat fingers right here. Trying to get in all the little nooks and crannies. All right, let's see if we can get this posed up here. We got one more side to do. There, I think we got her now. Maybe. Let's go up a little higher on the biceps. So she can't really reach out too far due to lots of things. All right, so we've got her all pulled out of the box, standing here looking good. I'll have to admit, getting this cape over her arms was a little bit taxing, and then getting her to stand up appropriately, also a bit of a pain. Her dress interferes with her leg posability, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at these extra bits. She did come with two, what I'm going to call spell casting hands. Kind of, you know, I don't know what else you would want to call those, but I'm probably going to stick this one into her left hand, and we'll keep this one off. That way she can hold her staff there. And then as far as the staff, we'll pull it out of her hand so you can take a look at it. All white, no detail really at all. It was just, looks like molded in white. Nothing special about it. Yeah. Not too impressed with this staff, guys. I feel like maybe they could have done just a little bit more of something with it. Put some of this orange in there, maybe a little bit of blue. Not sure, but I feel like this is just pretty plain. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch her hand out, just so that is done, because I know that I want this hand on her. Now she looks like she's going to fall forward. All right, so let's just go ahead and go in a little bit closer on her, and we'll go over her articulation. So she's got a lot going on here on her head. Let's see how that affects her. Okay, so it's soft and it bends up good, and she can look left and right pretty good, no problems. She does not want to look down because of these pieces, I guess, and she won't look up because of this piece going down the back of her neck. So she's pretty much just got side to side. Not too much up and down with this one. Her diaphragm cut is kind of hid here under her chest. So you can see that it does tilt forward and backwards, side to side. And she does spin all the way around. So 360 there. I always feel weird lifting up the dress, but let's see here. We've got the thigh cut, so we can rotate the thighs all the way around. We've got the double jointed knees. See if we can get that to bend up. Yep, there it goes. But as you can see, it's just catching all up in her dress here. Sorceress had a shorter dress than this, so this might end up becoming a custom character just because this stuff's all getting in the way. If we turn around and take it back, I mean, I don't even know if she has a waist. We can't, let's see. Yeah, okay, so she does have a separate waist in there. Her dress is just really hindering her mobility, I guess, would be the best thing to say. And it's going to do the same thing when we get to her arms, especially with this cape on there. So with the cape on, that's about as high as you can get. And even with the cape off, this shoulder piece is definitely going to mess with your ability to raise her arm. She does have the bicep swivel. She does have, oh, let's get it crammed up there. Just, she has a double jointed elbow, but it's not wanting to bend up for me. It's really stiff. There it goes. There, you can see it bent. These figures are so stiff when they're new. There's a bit of fraying that we already saw. I'm going to have to cut that off. Looks horrible. That looks horrible like that. So here we have the Sorceress, and I'm not sure that I'm a fan of her cape this way. I'm just not 100% on this cape. It causes it to bunch up. It's weird. It doesn't seem to fit right up underneath her other thing here. It all appears to be one piece. Will it come off? Let's see if we'll take that off. Does that come off? It does. Okay, so the cape comes off. Does this unsnap? No, that appears to be on there. So with the cape coming off, this looks like we might be able to make a Queen Marlena, possibly out of a Sorceress. Just depends. That's the cool thing about these things. A lot of the parts are interchangeable, and we can swap them out for other parts. Not a whole lot going on with the Sorceress, though, as far as that goes. You already saw me remove her hand. They do turn all the way around, and they do have that wrist joint right here, which feels like it's going to break the peg more than it feels like it's going to articulate the wrist. Her legs, since they did give some slits, we should be able to, yeah, can't even really go up. Even though the dress is slit on the side here, it still doesn't allow it to go forward very well. That's about as forward as I'm going to get her, and that's not very good. She does have a double jointed knee. Let's see. Yep, seems to work pretty well. Boot cut, standard for Masterverse right there. And then we do have the ankle rocker articulating. You can point the toe up, you can point the toe down. Sorceress seems like she's more of just a kind of a stand here girl. She's not going to be moving around and stuff too much. It seems like she's going to be one that I'm going to have to get in place and just kind of leave her where she is. Let's go ahead and pull in He-Man just so we can do like a little size comparison. We'll put him right behind her just so you can see. So as far as the scale, she lines up pretty well, I would say, with He-Man. I mean, about as different as you would assume that she would be. And then we just did the review on this Catwoman yesterday, so we're going to pull her in just for like also scale. And as you can see, she fits right in there with the Sorceress. If you had a reason to bring a Catwoman over into the Motu universe, or possibly, I mean, she could be used to make a pretty cool Catra. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with these pieces, and their joints are not going to be interchangeable, but it would require a little bit more custom work. But I just wanted to show you that scale-wise, even though she's standing on a little platform, she fits right in with the Masterverse figures. We can go ahead and pull her back out of there since she's definitely not Masterverse, but this is my He-Man, my setup for my He-Man. It is the new Battle Armor He-Man with the chest harness and the 40th anniversary He-Man head. So that's what created this version of He-Man, and this is what I'm going for my display of He-Man. I just like it the best. We're going to go ahead and pull him back out of here because, like I said, this is the Sorceress video. So we'll come in close, take a look at her face here. I'll throw some pictures up, that way you can get some more looks at her posed up different ways. Just not happy with the cape. It's probably my biggest gripe is the cape and the dress, or just, I feel like they could have done better. Maybe even make the cape hard plastic or something. Just this, it was a good idea, but it's just not following through. Maybe I can iron it or something. What do you guys feel like about the old Sorceress? I think she looks great. As far as her face sculpt, she looks good. Her clothes look good. Her outfit looks good. The cape looks a little wrinkled up. Her boots look good. Everything's looking good as far as that goes. It's really just the cape, I guess, that would be my main complaint. And her little staff here. I feel like they could have thrown just a little bit more color into that, maybe into the wings, or just something. Could have just had something to give it a little bit more oomph to it, not be so plain. But thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to tell someone you love them. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on anything, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.